Right, we're here in live. Liam Paro versus Richardson Hitchins is here finally. Now I can get a bit of buzz back into my game. Been a bit flat for an hour or two there, but now we're into the good stuff.
Yeah, I'll keep carrying you through, mate. Don't worry.
Let's go.
Here we go. Surely now's the time for him walking. Right, I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to make sure I've got a scorecard for this one.
Yeah, I'll score this one as well.
Firing up my app.
I'm very much looking forward to this.
Yes, fantastic fight in the 140 division, which for us as Brits has implications for British fighters as well. So it's the fight. It's the fight we want to see anyway. But it's always good when there's a home interest in it, so to speak.
Yeah, for sure, man. Super lightweight world championship on the line, the IBF. Here comes Richardson Hitchins. Looks supremely confident.
He's talked the talk all week. He's talked the talk since before this fight was even made.
Yeah, he wasn't talking it when Matthias was champion.
That's what I was about to say. And it's funny, when it was Matthias, he was a little church mouse, quite happy to stay in America doing what he was doing. Like I said on my show during the week, if he's seeing Paro as a soft touch to win a world title, then he's about to find out very quickly that isn't the case.
Yeah, he ain't that guy, man.
Like me, if people didn't realise that after Montana Love, they realised it after Simple Matisse. There's no doubt about that. It's cold. Excuse me. Oh. 3:15 in the morning.
Finally getting the ring walks to this. This is good, right? So champion Liam Paro on his way very shortly.
Yeah, we go. A fighter that's happy to go to dark places, but also go away from all his home comforts, all his advantages, is a dangerous fighter. And Liam Paro is doing. I know that Hitchins is also away from home. It's not as much as going into the lines as it was against Mateus, but you can't fault the attitude at all. It's exactly what you want to see more of in boxing.
Oh yeah, exactly what we want to see. I love it.
I'm kind of disappointed he's ditched the bucket hat. Love Paro. Where's Paro's bucket hat? Got rid of it.
Yeah, he loves a bucket hat, doesn't he, Paro?
Love a bucket hat myself. Having lived down under when I was younger. Actually, I lived in New Zealand, to be fair, not Australia, but I did live down there when I was 4 years when I was younger.
Happy days, mate. You're a team Paro all day.
Yeah, I've kept that on quiet all week, but no. To be fair, I think it's Paro's attitude and the way he carries himself.
Yeah, man.
It attracts me to him so much. You can't not love a fighter like that. Brian Peters deciding to wear his bandana on his arm rather than around his head. I quite like that.
Yeah,
can't bring himself to go. Yeah. What I'm praying for here is they're not about to be two national anthems. Oh, they are. I'm really hoping they're not about to be two. Who is that geezer in the blue suit with his sunglasses on behind Hitchins? Have a look in a second when he comes back up.
Yeah, see him. Please don't give us national anthems for 15 minutes here, for God's sake.
In Miami Vice gone wrong.
Yeah. Tony Montana.
What you get when you order him off of Wish. don't think we're
Right,
getting that.
we're minutes away anyway from Liam Paro and Richardson Hitchins for the IBF Super Lightweight World Championship.
Sorry. Old man noises moving. We are getting national anthems. We're getting something.
Of course we are.
That's the only downside to having no sounds, trying to work out what's supposed to be going on.
Yeah, trying to work out where we are on the intros.
Right. Yanni Guzman. Not Jenny.
What's that?
Just the referee. His name is Gianni Guzman, not Jenny. Get Jenny from the block. It's Gianni from the block tonight. Right. It doesn't look like we're getting national anthems. Diamante is doing his. There's no turning back.
Yeah, I like that. That's good work by all involved.
I tell you what, I've seen him do it live, and it's good on TV. But when you see him do it live in an arena, it's a million times better, mate.
Yeah.
When you're standing there in an arena and he starts pointing around at you, like, I mean, this feels good. Yeah, I'm up to this.
Yeah, I like him, man.
I do as well. Like I said on the stream earlier, he buffer for age reasons more than anything. Didn't travel much during COVID. Diamante was like, "Well, you want me to stand in your back garden, Eddie, for 4 weeks?" And then outside, so I'm living a Holiday Inn off the M25. What even is the M25? Yeah, I'm there. Like, think about that. That's when I'm going down to London. If I drive, I can drive past where the fight matchroom bubble was, and above the door.
Right.
Above the door to the gym, as you drive past, it's got "Welcome to Matchroom Fight Camp," so it's still got the sign there. Just literally the M25 is the other side of it. It's like,
I know it was mad, man. Actually, it was mad when he done that.
He done that, and then they went to Milton Keynes. Admittedly, when they went to Milton Keynes, it was a Hilton, but still they done that. And then Wembley, obviously, if Wembley Arena, the Hilton's literally just across the road from it. So
I know. To be fair, that they were the kind of flag bearers for setting the standard for COVID boxing.
To be fair, you're only truly done lockdown boxing if you stayed at the Holiday Inn. None of that Hilton bollocks. You stay at the Holiday Inn.
Yeah, the only thing I remember about that is Povetkin chinning Dillian White.
Dillian White living in a flipping camper van on the site all week because he didn't want to go inside the hotel and then getting chinned. You remember he literally rocks up, didn't he, in his little camper van because he didn't want to go inside the hotel.
In the bubble.
Well, no, Eddie said afterwards that Dillian said, if you don't, I'm not going in the hotel and pulling out the fight. If not, so Eddie had to compromise with him to get him in a camper van on the grounds of the hotel because he was going to pull out.
Madness.
Which is hilarious. He was actually willing to pull out over it. A couple of Winnebagos that he stayed in for the week, and he was.
Oh yeah.
Don't know what the difference was of being literally next to the building.
I know. Strange. Right.
Anyway,
we're about to go, are we?
Looks like it. I don't. A lot of stuff is falling down outside. I think I don't really want to stand up and look. If I don't look, I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure about you, mate. We're still taking a battering from the school.
Yeah, it's been a crazy few days of weather, man.
It's literally.
Where did I think that?
You lost the 3.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
I'm carrying. Let's go. Richardson Hitchins is ready for his first world title effort. Liam Paro is defending his belt. Here we go.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Look like both men are similar in height, but as Paro squats down when he's doing his work, Hitchins will have some sort of height advantage, possibly he can look to use as his fight wears on. Paro's on the front foot early. Hitchins is happy to tie him straight up there. That's a sign early on of what Hitchins' game plan is. Anytime Paro gets close, be interesting to see how Paro adapts. Hitchins very much in his shell, looking hesitant to throw. Paro's fast twitch movements are all over the place here. He's a bundle of energy, but that's what we expect to see from the Australian.
Yeah.
Both men connect with jabs there simultaneously. You got eyes on, mate, or not?
Yeah, on now.
Cool. Yeah. Interesting the amount of feints he's throwing to the
Crazy 4-4-5 block. Crazy, man.
If you see me looking outside, mate, it's just because I'm wondering if the window's about to smash in. Genuinely, my windows are shaking. I'm a little bit worried sitting there. Paro's works in the body already. He's not throwing a lot, but the feints to the body are drawing attention from Hitchins, which is interesting to see.
Yeah.
If it is a tactic to go to the body, if it is just a ploy to leave room upstairs. Think about how you normally see Hitchins' footwork and look how flat-footed he is. I know we're only in the first rounds.
Yeah, I wonder if he can sit down a little bit more on things.
I'm wondering if he's just completely stiff legs and rigid and feeling. You get what I mean? Like he's talked himself into this opportunity and now he's got to deliver. There's a big difference.
Oh yeah.
This is a voluntary for Paro. This isn't his mandatory. He's given Hitchins the opportunity off of how much he's talked, how much crap he's talked.
Yeah, he offered out the mandatory, man. I love that. That's real. He's a fighter, man.
That's a level of delusion I'm on after about 15 vodkas, so fair play to pull out.
He knew he had to get it out of the way anyway at some point, so you may as well do it now. That's the mentality, isn't it? Really?
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. But very, very impressive Liam Paro in this first rounder. Front foot dominant, giving Hitchins plenty to try and figure out with his movements and landing shots as well. Very impressed.
Yeah, it's solid opener for Paro.
For the champ.
Definitely in Paro round for me.
100%. Meanwhile, in the UFC, they're still only in the first fight on the main card. Just started, so I think we'll be looking all right for what we're going to get out of
that. Yeah, good stuff.
Gotta love Brian Peters. Look at him in the corner, assisting and helping out as well, wiping down Liam Paro.
Not afraid to get his hands dirty. Yes, Rambler 10-9 Paro for me.
All I'm saying is I don't think we'd ever see Sam Jones in the corner doing that.
Yeah, come on, Sam, you got work to do.
Worried about his hair too much. It's a haircut once a week, doesn't he, the geezer?
I know, once a week. He loves that one.
His excuse is I don't drink, so that's the only thing. It's my only luxury. That's his justification for it.
It's my only vice.
Yeah, exactly. I would ask him after he gets his teeth whitened as well, but you know.
Oh dear.
Anyway, we're into round two.
No, in fact, I'll wait for the second round to be done. I need the toilet, but I'll wait for the next round.
I don't like how static Hitchins is. Even if he's trying to sit down on his punches, Paro's too fast twitch and too much movement for him to stay like that. It's not going to do him any good, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know if Hitchins is holding his feet a bit more to, I don't know, throw Paro off, but he might even throw himself off in the process, if you get where I'm coming from.
He's a fighter that likes to be up on his balls with his toes, even when he's not throwing anything. That's how he keeps himself going.
Fight your fight. Don't fight the other fight.
Good job there from Hitchins. So actually,
you're going to play into Paro's hands if you're not careful.
What did I say earlier, mate? If Paro gets into his rhythm, he's not going to be. It's going to be taking a lot to get him out of it. And at the moment, Hitchins is making this too easy for Paro to get into his rhythm.
Yeah, agreed. Paro looks like the champion.
Yeah, he does. Absolutely does. That's the most movement we've seen from Hitchins, and it was after he took a punch. So. We're into the final minute of this second round. Scheduled for 12 for the IBF £140 title.
Yeah, Liam Paro and his team will be very happy with the way the fight started.
If you could draw up a blueprint for Team Paro of how you'd want the first 6 minutes to go, I think it would go pretty much something like this.
Yeah, 100%.
And the signs from Hitchins aren't good. I'm not saying I want to see a shit ton of movement from him. I'm just saying I want to see him up on the balls of his feet, at least looking like he's. If you get what I mean, it's just not a lot there at all.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how it plays out further on in the fight, based on the early tactics of Hitchins. To be honest,
Anthony Smith's retired off the back of losing to
Dominic. I saw. Yeah, I think he got comprehensively whooped.
Yeah, it looks like it. Aljo Sterling, just as classy as they come, he's already put out the classiest message after losing his fight about an hour ago.
Yeah, he is classy. Aljo, definitely.
Frank Masters as classy as they come. But anyway, back to the boxing. I've got Paro 2 rounds up, mate. I'd be very surprised if he won.
Yeah, for me, it's 2-0 Paro as well. Just going to the bathroom quickly, mate.
You good, mate? That is a good jab he landed there that they're just showing a replay of. We're ready to go with round number 3 here. See what Richardson Hitchins' game plan is, if he is planning on sitting down and the shots more or what, because at the moment it's possibly not how I expected him to look anyway. Paro is doing what Paro does. Ball of energy, come forward, sets his own pace and rhythm. And once he's in it, we don't see him get knocked out of it very easily, if at all. Better movement in the first 30 seconds of this round for Hitchins, but then he's square on and takes a couple of shots. Eats a jab there as well. Just wonder if the speed of Paro is more than what Hitchins was expecting, and it's confusing him slightly. I'm not saying he looks bewildered at all, but there is speed there. Good jab though, actually just landed from Hitchins, who then ties up on the inside. Need to see more of that from the American. He needs to start letting his jab go to try and deter the forward momentum of Paro. So if you don't throw anything back, he'll just keep doing that all night long. That nick under one of the eyes of Paro. He turns away. Can't quite tell if there's a nick under what would be the left eye of the champion, Liam Paro. Yeah, he is cut. Liam Paro's cut in and around his left eye.
Sorry, I didn't realise I was on mute. Paro's got a cut, has he?
I'm trying to work it out. It looks like it's over his left eye. Either that or it's just very red on his waist cutting. He hasn't turned this way. Yeah, there's blood somewhere. I don't know where it's come from.
Bit of encouragement then for Richardson Hitchins.
Potentially. I mean, he wasn't giving off the best body language in his corner between rounds. I don't know if you caught it, mate, before you went off. I stand corrected. No cut, but there is marking over the left
Yeah, I think you bang on the money there. 4-4-5 block, definitely. I think when you don't have that power, sometimes at the top level, people like Paro will swallow you up, man. Definitely.
Sounds similar to pre-fight prediction from earlier in the week. To be fair, I did say I wondered if Hitchins has enough to even keep Paro off of him, if that makes sense. And, well, he's not landed so far, so I think we still don't know. But Paro's comfortable now. This is the type of fight he wants, isn't
it? Sure, big ass spider half asleep in the yard. Love it.
Oh, that's class. That's class.
It's not what you want to see.
It wouldn't be in my top 5 at this time of the morning, definitely.
Well.
In Paro, arguably 3 rounds up.
I think he is 3 rounds up, to be honest.
I say arguably because you never know how judges are going to score.
Yeah, of course.
I'd be very surprised. Is this where he wobbled him? Yeah. I know, showing Hitchins standing on Paro's foot, but then he does get wobbled afterwards. So Hitchins looking to stand on the lead foot of Paro, and then ends up getting wobbled while tripping over his own feet. Bit of instant karma coming the way of the American native there.
Yeah, he hasn't established his rhythm, has he yet? Hitchins.
And when he did land a couple of jabs in the last round, he then grabbed hold straight away, so killed all the momentum he just generated, and he instigated the clinch as well.
Yeah.
It's an interesting performance from Hitchins so far, shall we say? I'm not going to say he's swallowed yet. This is too early in the fight to say that, but
yeah, I agree with you. 4-4-5 block. It's not a good look after announcing the Ortiz fight. Definitely, something stinks about it to me.
It's Hitchins. I thought he was on his way down then. It's Madrimov is BS. Like everyone's just sang his praises all week, saying what a guy, what a tough mofo. Having those 2 fights lined up at the same time, and now he's
and then
contracted bronchitis. It's just look. Me and Sam have done this or followed boxing long enough to be cynical at this sort of thing. It's true, but it's just the cynic in me doubts it.
Yeah, there's something doesn't feel right about it to me.
I can smell the BS from there. That's all I'm
saying. Yeah, let's call it for what it is. Richardson Hitchins needs to alter something here because
he's been staggered in both of the last 2 rounds now as well. He's not established his jab. He's just been caught by a lovely crisp hook on the inside as well. He's not letting his hands go. It'd be interesting to see what the punch output has been from the American. Well, it's been non-existent, but I'd like to see the comparison is more. I mean,
yeah.
Cannot work out the game plan that Hitchins and his team are trying to employ here, because all you're doing is allowing a confidence fighter in Paro to grow and growing confidence tenfold.
Yeah, exactly. This is kind of, not too dissimilar to the Matias fight. I know Matias and Paro and Hitchins are a different style, but
in terms of how lean Paro's cutting down the range, letting his hands go, how he's fast twitch movements. Yeah, mate, you're completely right. At least Mateus was a bit more willing to have a go with his own hands. So at least at this point in the fight, he was. Hitchins hasn't thrown much. He's doubled up with a nice jab there, but again, that's not going to win you the round in the final 10 seconds with how many shots he has taken. Good, strong finish to the round. Hitchins against the ropes. There was a raise of the glove from Hitchins as he's walked back to the corner there. I'm not sure if that he's finally found his confidence. But there was an acknowledgement anyway from Hitchins that he feels like he's in his groove, perhaps. But mate, you may be in your groove. You're now 4 rounds down. You need to be
Yeah,
prepared.
there's a case for 40-36 here to Paro. Seeing exactly why Floyd dropped Hitchins could be harsh but fair.
It's not like Floyd to make shrewd business moves at all, is it? Who's he talking to outside the ring? Hitchins is looking a long way out of the ring there for his instructions here.
Yeah, he's not comfortable, is he? He's not comfortable at all.
Paro, this is just another day at the office for him. But you could put the ring flipping up on the moon for all he cares. He's going to go in there and do his job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's the screaming frustration. This corner, him.
I'll tell you something else I've just noticed. This is the first Matchroom or Queensbury boxing card. I know it is there. I was going to say that it doesn't have rare season sponsorship, but it's there on the bottom rope. I thought because it was Puerto Rican government. Puerto Rican government weren't allowed to have
that season will get in somewhere, won't they?
Oh, good 1-2 there from Hitchins. That's his best of the fight. And what does Liam Paro do? He just smiles back at him.
Is that all you got?
Got to be a certain level of screw loose. But Hitchins looked rigid, like he's on a death march. Paro is loose and light and enjoying himself. The contrast.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
It's the contrast. Look.
Body language.
And I'll say it again, Hitchins is still flat on his feet. There's no bounce step. There's nothing to get his movement going. And that is probably part of the reason why he's struggling. Look how static he is.
Yeah, it's one-way traffic. It is one-way traffic.
Paro is now getting inside, getting his lead foot around the side of Hitchins as well, which is stopping his toes being stepped on as much.
I wonder will Paro try and ramp it up a bit, or is he just happy enough with how things are going?
I don't think he'll be too stupid and take too many chances because he doesn't need to, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
If he feels he can, look, for me, this is impressive enough how he's gone about it through the first 5 rounds. Don't want to risk losing all the good work he's done by getting too overconfident and relaxing too much, does he?
Yeah, definitely. Similar to the Bentley Pauls fight, actually, in that respect.
Yep. Hitchins' best rounds of the fight, despite the fact I don't have him winning as we're in the last 30 seconds, but it's his best round of the fight. Hitchins.
Yeah, he does. For fight back on with you, looks very comfortable.
Yeah, even the fact that he's bleeding from his nose and there's a little nick under his eye doesn't seem to faze the Aussie.
Yeah, he's good with it. Not an issue.
Sorry, Hitchins is bleeding from his mouth, and you can see he's touching it as any chance he gets. Different levels in the fights, isn't there? That's an argument for 5-0. Which I'm actually going to go with, to be fair. Yeah.
There is an argument for 5-zip.
I've got it 5-zip. Like I say, Hitchins' best round so far, but not enough for me to get it to the challenger for him.
Yeah, there's a fine line between just because he did better, can't just give him the round because he did better.
Yeah, if you start doing that, then that's, setting up. I mean, I say that like we're official judges, but setting a precedent like that isn't what you want to be doing.
Yeah, have we had any Manic scorecards yet?
Not yet. Yeah, he gave Hitchins round 2. So he gave that was after the last round. So Paro 3-1 up. Hitchins got round 2 for Mannix.
Interesting.
Hitchins was looking out of the ring again as he got off his stool there, taking instructions from somewhere in the crowd. Which, yeah, interesting. Oh, oh.
Yeah, Hitchins is one.
For all his talk, his opportunity is nice slipping through his fingers at a vast rate of knots.
Yeah.
Right. I know he talks himself into this position.
Yeah, he thought Paro was pickings.
Yep.
Easy pickings. Knew that wouldn't be the case.
Yeah, this will be the third fighter in a row. Montana Love, Matisse, and now Hitchins that have made the same mistake by the looks of it.
When are they going to learn?
Matisse' desire, Matisse. Hitchins' desire to hold now is very apparent as well. He's taken 2 or 3 shots in a row. He's literally falling into Paro. Difficult to tell. You say Hitchins is the bigger one at the weight, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he definitely boils down more for me.
Alright, so we know we've got the ready-made excuse for the post-fight interview already.
Yeah, he was dead. He was dead at the weight.
Dead at the weight. Time to move up. But yeah. I'm all for trash talking to get fights and to maneuver yourself into positions, but when you then get the opportunity and this is how you perform, it pisses me off, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. And Paro's timing down slowly, showing a bit more variance, but not. Yeah, I think that's a good assessment. Now the 4-for-5 block, he's doing better, but it's not enough.
He's not winning. He's not winning rounds. And is he doing better because Paro now knows just enough movement that he needs to do? So he's maybe not as hot as he was in the first couple of rounds.
Yeah,
he knows what he can get away with doing. So he's doing it. If that makes sense, he doesn't fear what's coming back from Hitchins at all. Who is he looking to outside the ring? I'm sorry. I'd love to know who he's. Because he's not. I'd love to know who he's talking to or who's talking to him.
yeah. Very strange.
I've just seen your photo of Volkov's hair. What's he done? I actually do think that was probably
I like that one.
Oh, that's interesting. Some people have it through to Paro after. Well, that was after 5.
Yeah, I'm trying to find some scorecards actually out there.
I've seen scorecards ranging from 3-all to 5-1 to 4-2 Hitchins.
Rob Tebbutt of Boxing News has got it had it 3-2
Yeah, that's the first one.
To Paro after 5.
There are some people on social that have Hitchins in the lead.
Don't see it myself, but again,
there's no unified score.
I think the last round, like 4-for-5 blocks, said it. Yeah, I think that's fair to say that Hitchins won that one. Halfway through then now.
Rounds flying, bro.
I know. Paro's headbands in the front row.
What's the ref stopping for? The tape on Paro gloves is loose as well. The ref asked them to sort it out at the end of the first round. Brian Pieces and absolutely no rush to do this.
Uh-huh.
I've seen cornermen take their time, but that was Oscar worthy performance from the Irishman. Just under 90 seconds to go in round number round number 7.
Paro's done it back in. Hitch biggest flaws, don't want to fight, wants to box. When he gets hit, he runs. Yeah. Yeah, Paro's having a better round 7.
It's almost as if he took 6 off just to see if Hitch has anything that was going to be able to bother him. Realise he doesn't. He's back on the grind.
Yeah, Hitchins trying to establish his jab, but again.
A couple of good shots.
Will Paro lose his gum shield?
I think he has done, yeah. If he has, the ref now's the time to jump in. No, maybe he has still got it. But the ref hasn't realised. Bell goes to end round number 6. Interesting to see how that's going to be. Round number 7, so interesting to see how that's scored.
Yeah, it's closer than maybe I'm seeing it, I think. 4 for 5 block says that blanket looks comfy then.
It is very comfy and very warm. Ecubalanga's made his first visit to Puerto Rico, mate. Here he is.
Ecubalanga.
Yeah. Looks like he's put on a bit of weight since the Canelo fight. Nothing wrong with that before anyone comes to me. Yeah, 4 for 5 block. This blanket is incredibly comfy. I cannot lie to you. I need to sit up though because it's making me a bit sleepy.
The UFC just announced Duplessis Strickland 2.
When for February?
3/12 February.
Where are they doing it?
Australia.
Right. Don't announce anything else for that card. That is unfortunately a rare example of the UFC giving us a fight that we didn't want or need.
Everything boxing had it 3-all after 6. But I'm going to be using that Canelo money on fast food.
Okay, so they've announced a co-main as well. Those are 2 interesting fights to announce for Australia. Duplessis and Strickland and Weili Zhang and Suarez.
Yeah, that's a good fight, actually.
It's interesting that they're taking it to Australia. Chris Mannix has Hitchins up.
Yeah, I'm seeing a few Hitchins up cards, to be honest with you.
I've given Hitchins the last 2. I've got it 68-65 Paro.
Interesting. Yeah, we're Brits. We are 4 for 5 blocks. So it's 10-4 over here. Well, 3:50 a.m. where we are right now.
I don't know what gives it away. The blankets, the fact we both sound a bit sleepy, or I don't know what's giving it away.
Yeah, it's hard work sometimes, but It's all worth it.
Dedication.
Paro probably needs to get going again here.
Yeah, I could argue he's behind the 8th at the moment as well.
Yeah, there's Paro cards happening in a lot of places.
Nice work from Paro. But all of a sudden, Hitchins looks about 6 foot taller, and he's feels like he's got a foothold in this fight, which he didn't deserve after the first 4 rounds. Excuse me. The UFC's just announced fights, so what, they're only on the second fight of the main card then?
It's madness. Got it 77-75 Paro after 8. In Europe for that mainly Germany's American military did a lot for. Oh, nice one, man. Miss America's trash. No, I love America, man. I was in New York earlier this year. Sorry, just watching Paro having a decent go towards the end of the 8th there.
Yeah, not so. UFC 312 is the same night as Chisora and Wallin.
Oh, there you go.
A night of average cards. No offense to those 2 fights that have just been announced, but they're not wetting my juices, so to speak.
Nah.
Especially for us, it's just, I think it's sitting weird for me because it's in Australia as well. I think that's why I'm kind of like, what's going on? That card being announced in Australia just sits a bit weird.
Yeah.
But then again,
just being thrown together a bit, doesn't it?
They do have to deal to do 3 fight cards a year in Australia starting next year, so I guess that's the first one of them.
Yeah, that's all it is, isn't it? Right, what have we got? 3 or 4 rounds to go.
4. I reckon they'll put Vulcan Izzy on a June or July card then.
Yeah.
Paro really needs to get himself back going here. Hitchins has started to establish that jab, and Paro is struggling to find a way.
Yeah, Hitchins coming on a lot here.
Good right hand from Hitchins there. Paro tries to answer back, but the pop he had in his punches earlier is gone. Which, if I'm Richardson Hitchins, I'm taking that as a massive confidence boost for myself.
Yeah, man, good man. 4 for 5 back. If ever I'm back in New York, I'll hit you up, definitely. I hope to come back at some point. I loved it. What a place.
On the bucket list for myself as well. Trip out to New York, definitely.
Yeah, I did Chelsea, Dumbo, is it? I think. Did Paro get stung around the 1 minute 50 mark in the 9th?
Yeah, his legs don't dance. I think besides taking a trip back to New Zealand, I think New York's second on my bucket list of places I want to
go. Yeah, it's great. I think Paro's struggling here.
Yeah, he's feeling the pace all of a sudden, yielding. About to be a 4th round in a row for Challenger. Which,
yeah, I think
says a lot about where this fight is going.
Paro's got to get something going for these last 3. Or it could be on the new. For sure.
We come to the end of round 9. Another round for the challenger, so that will make my scorecard 86-85 in Paro's favour. But there's no doubt any the momentum is with here as we enter the back end of this IBF World Championship fight. After the early dominance and fast start that we saw from the champion, these middle rounds, they've swung the fight back in the challenger's favour. Time for Paro to show what he's got. Back into the fight, this is where we'll see what the champion's heart is. This is where we'll see what Hitchins has on his locker as well. Another good jab from the challenger there to start round number 10. Paro eating jabs almost every time he comes forward now. Hitchins is well and truly in his room.
He's on it, isn't he, Hitchins here?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has 4-4-5 block, definitely. He can't miss with the right hand either.
He's able to get that jab in and that right hand over the top of Paro's defense 9 times out of 10.
Straight right down the pipe.
It's nothing special, like you said, mate, but it's just effective. And Paro, he's just eating another jab.
Yeah, it hasn't had to be special, has it?
These middle rounds have swung the fight as we're now in the back end of it, definitely. Hitchins looks like he's going to take a timeout for the areas. Punch around the back of the head. Challenger's taking a timeout. Tactical, potentially. Referee's telling him he's got 5 minutes to take his time.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The orthodox versus southpaw way with the feet.
Been Hitchins doing that to Paro since early on. We saw the clipping between rounds with the foot stepping. Touching 4 a.m. in the morning here in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
We love it. For anyone that does follow the UFC, we'll be jumping straight into 310 when we are done here. Paro finishing round 10, back to the boxing strongly here.
Yeah.
If he can stay out of trouble in the last 30 seconds, it'll be his first round for me since round number 6. And a very much needed round.
Yeah, he needs it.
He needs to arrest. He needs to arrest the card.
Couple in front.
86-85 Paro after the last round.
That's your card.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You're making me check. Yeah, 86-85 Paro. But I have given Richardson Hitchins everything since round 6 so far. Going to go with Paro there. So 96-94 as we enter the last 2 rounds of this fight. Good to return to the scene of a crime become a nightmare for the Australian native.
I wonder how far the ESPN card's in.
I have to look at my phone quickly. They are showing. They're showing a film of some sorts, which is obviously what ESPN do on their global feeds when they're with Andre Ward, etc., in the studio. So I wonder if they may be coming up to their co-main.
Yeah, it must be coming up close to the co-main on that.
Paro again with eating a right hand straight down the pipe from Hitchins.
Yeah, that right hand's been money for Richardson Hitchins all night, man. I think Hitchins is going to win this on the cards.
All depends at what point the judges stop giving Paro rounds. If it was round 5, then there's an argument. If it was round 6, then he may just do enough to hold on to his belt, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
At the moment, this is another round for the challenger for me. But Paro still does have 90 seconds to address the slide. Our last cup of tea has not woken me up in the slightest. If this made me sleepy.
No, I'm struggling.
Yeah, that last caffeine hit didn't do what it should have done. Good movement from Paro there, gets him out of the way of a jab from Richardson Hitchins. But as we enter the last minute of this round, you really do need to see a champion on the front foot. Oh, good right hand there from Leon Paro.
It was a good shot.
And then he slipped afterwards as he's trying to follow up, unfortunately for him.
Cards are going to be fascinating, here.
Yeah, they really are. I'll mute my sound and we'll see what we end up with.
Yeah.
Still another round to go after this. During the last 20 seconds of round number 11. Anyone that has been with us so far tonight, thank you very much. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go hit that button. Let's get our boys down to 900 before Christmas.
Good man. Thanks everybody who's tuned in. We've had 3,000 viewers in the last 48 hours, which is great. 25 new subscribers. Yeah, crazy.
The fact that 3,000 people in the last 24 hours. What views is that? That's crazy. That's anyone that has stuck with me and Sam in the early hours in the morning, we do appreciate it. As you can tell, we're both hitting that spot of the night where it's getting a bit tricky, but we're going to keep going for another couple of hours, most likely, at this rate.
Yeah, we'll always do our best for sure. Yeah, they are taking a few. Tim Zhu got battered by Murtazaliev, didn't he? Not so long ago. Cambosis by Loma.
I had to know about this one. I don't know where the judges are going to go with it.
I think Hitchins winning the fight.
There's no doubt in Hitchins to it in the middle rounds. Well, if you're Chris Mannix, you've given Hitchins everything since round 5, so 107, 102 up.
Our Crenshaw Family Kennels is here. Thanks very much for tuning in. Definitely subscribe, love the channel. Second or third week with the guys. Well, look at my parlay done. Paro might pull it off and it'll be close. Yes, thank you very much for the kind words again. Good to have you with us again.
Yeah,
This week. Yeah, look,
we appreciate it, mate.
Yeah, we don't know where the cards will go. It's tough to say, but I would lean towards Hitchins.
I think so. I think he started to arrest that slide just before we hit the second half of the fight, if that makes sense. But there has been a few close rounds in there, so you just don't know, mate.
Yeah.
Chris Mannix for you is a gross individual. Sorry, I'm not going to stop. He's an interesting individual.
Yeah. I don't think it's that wide, to be honest.
Good shots there from Paro. If this is close on the judges' scorecards, Paro is the assertive one so far in this final round. Paro isn't. Yeah. This has been the final round that the champion needed, and perhaps what Hitchins could have done without, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Paro is asserted himself more, and he's arguably winning it. Good right hand over the top row from the challenger Hitchins, just as I say that. But it's a single shot. It's
Rob Tebbets got exactly the same card as Mannix.
It's interesting because we don't know just how one-sided the cons is either, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of what people say, that could sway the fight. As the bell goes, Richardson Hitchins does a lap of the ring before celebrating in the top rope in the neutral corner. And he was in Eddie Hearn's face, telling him something there. I'm not sure. Poor Eddie's trying to get into the ring and he's taking a mouthful. But for me, I do have this 115, 113 in favour of the champion on my initial first viewing of this fight now.
Yeah, that's a good assessment there by 4-5 block, in my opinion.
Yep, mate.
Giving him room.
Look, if this belt changes hands, then Liam Paro can only blame himself, especially after how he attacked his first 4-5 rounds of the fight. Talk about the middle rounds being a big factor in fights, and this is a prime example here.
Yes, Crenshaw Family Kennels, I'm with you. Navarrete decision for me. I think Liam's the same.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
We're actually going to move to the UFC after this decision, but we'll be keeping an eye. We'll be on the stream, but we'll be keeping an eye on the ESPN stuff anyway. So we'll probably just talk about all the fights. To be honest, it's not like we're not going to talk and cover them. So anyone's more than welcome to join us. If I'm going to have Valdez on one device and UFC on another.
I'm gonna be exactly the same. And please talk to us in the comments. You're gonna help keep us boys awake at this point. So me and Sam are both hit the same wall at the same time tonight.
Yeah, we'll find it again. I believe the the featherweight championship fight's about to start on the ESPN card.
Yeah, that's what I was getting a second ago. The longer these scorecards take, I know it's the main events. They're gonna want to make sure they're right. But the longer these scorecards take, the more you just
Yeah, don't ask us. Don't ask us.
Gan, Rachmanov, and if you want some picks, Gan, Rachmanov, and Isaki for the main three.
Yeah,
Mitchell and
that
Gracie's already started, so I'll leave that one alone. But for the main three, yeah, that's where I'm going.
that's where I'd go. I'd go the upset in the main event, and then the two favourites.
So, yeah, ignore us basically. Nah, we're not that bad. Looks like Jay slipped through his alarm, mate.
Yeah, I hope we do actually. 4 for 5 black. I like that fight a lot.
These scorecards are taking a while. I am going to mute my sound as soon as we get David.
Yeah,
So.
get us the cards.
Rest still scorecards still aren't even in the ring. This is interesting.
It's taken a while, isn't it?
Diamante's not even. No, he's not. No, David either. He's now in the ring. David Diamante is reading those scorecards like you would not believe to make sure he gets this right. I'm going to mute myself. Wait, Diamante's still reading these scorecards. What is? Have you seen him, mate? Look at him with that sheet of paper like someone's just giving him 1,500 words essay.
Oh dear.
Can someone help David count? He genuinely looks a bit confused here, mate. Right, here we go.
Right, here we go, yeah.
I'm muting this up. Right, it's 116, 112 times 2 for Hitchins, 117, 111 for Paro.
So split for Hitchins.
Yep. So 116, 112 for
6
Hitchins.
rounds to Paro.
Yeah. So I had 115, 113 to Paro, and I'm happy to admit I'll watch that back when I'm not distracted by this to see where I'm at before No Punches Pulled on Tuesday. But 170, so that's why my face after the first scorecard was like, what the fuck was that? I was not expecting 117, 111 to go to Liam Paro, definitely not.
Yeah, 6 rounds to Paro feels a little bit wide.
Yeah, like I say, I want to watch it back and see where we're at. Anyway, mate, are we
Did you
gonna
say
jump over?
one just added 6 rounds to Hitchins as well?
No, so it's 116, 112 times 2, 117, 111. So both for Hitchins were 116, 112.
Yeah, that's a 10-round swing.
That's ridiculous. No wonder Diamante was taking so long looking at it. Make sure he got it right.
Yeah, those cards are everywhere, man.
That makes me feel better about my 115, 113 now. At least that was roughly 7 rounds to 5.
Well, there you have it. And the new.
Yep. We have a new IBF champion of the world. Yeah, 117, 111 for Paro made me wonder what the hell was going on as well. 4, 4, 5 block.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Even 116 as well.
Yeah, we'll be switching, but we'll be watching the ESPN card as well, 4 5 blocks. So feel free to jump on the stream. We'll be talking about all the fights. Ramblers. Yeah, I'm with you, man. Can't believe it, but yeah, join us in a couple of minutes. We'll just switch stream. We'll be on the ESPN and UFC card. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Cheers, everyone.